Like a podcast, we gon' talk about it, yeah, we get it poppin'. Every Wednesday, we essential, we are the only options. Who they touch with their topics, even if it is toxic. Like a podcast, we gon' be here to talk about it. We gon' talk about it. We gon' talk about it. Like a podcast, we gon' be here. Like a podcast, we gon' be here.
Yo, welcome back to another edition of the Life Be Life and podcast. Back up on the scene, I'm your host, Tony D.
And I'm your host, D to the J. Still in the building like I ain't never left. And it's still a G thing. Yeah, you already know what's happening, Brody-o.
Yo, I'm just real excited, man. Hey, in case y'all didn't know, we got tumblers on deck as well.
Yeah. Hold it up.
Hey. So,
and we got it on the
check
page.
It out.
Yeah, we got them on the page as well. We got everything there. They going out. I'm trying to tell y'all, we got this good stuff that's jumping. Bro,
Yes,
before we do anything else, man, listen. Tomorrow is my OG triple.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? My mama, you understand me? It's my mama's birthday, man. So listen, Facebook, if you following this on YouTube, if you on Spotify, however you listening to us right now, live stream, or you gonna catch the playback, man. Shout out Miss Juanita for your boy for the one time. And when you shout out and tell her happy birthday, put hashtag still a G thing. Straight like that, bro. Absolute beautiful woman, man. Did a great job. So we're gonna celebrate her that night. Just like that.
That's what it is, bro.
Yeah.
So, man, before we go off, man, tell us about the show tonight. What we got cracking?
Man, we have an amazing guest. The show is so needed, bro. First off, the topic is don't KO and absolutely no giving up. And that topic really is self-explanatory. And when you hear it, you'll apply it to so many things that's going on in your life. So that topic for me would mean something different than it's going to mean to you, and totally different to somebody else. But how about if the circumstances, the situations, your environment, everything was set against you, right? But you still find a way to overcome. You still find a way to get the job done to be just productive in society, and then looking to give back and continue to pull people out with you. That's what tonight's episode is about. That's what this topic is. Don't KO and absolutely no giving up. So we got a special guest, man, and I'm excited. I'm ready to jump into it. If you want to bring him on, look, what T.I. say?
No, let's get the
even though okay.
Yeah, get it out the way.
Do I need to apologize for last week? Because now I feel like you treat me different. Listen.
But hey.
Don't do.
Hey, go ahead and turn off the camera. Mute the mic.
All right, I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying, don't do me like Scooby Doo cousin.
Are you ready?
What's in the blue? Get to disclosure.
Producers, guests, and hosts of the show. Any numbers, stats, or stated resources that are given, we do ask that you verify that information for yourself. The views and opinions expressed on the Life Be Life and podcast are solely those of the artists, producers, guests, and hosts of the show. Any numbers, stats, or stated resources that are given, we do ask that you verify that information for yourself.
Have you ever been in a situation and needed to be a little bit of emotional but just couldn't seem to tap in? Possibly needed to back your way out of a lie and show them that you're telling the truth by crying? Well, have no fears. Cry No More is here, made from real baby tears. The organic, all-natural substance you'll take once a day, and it'll produce tears on the spot. It'll get those tear ducts flowing. May cause side effects including internal bleeding, diarrhea, hemorrhaging of the belly button, eyelash removal, hair removal, back fat removal, toes falling off, and also bad breath. Cry no more. Real organic tears. Never be stranded
Sir.
again.
Hey, pick you up a pack. Let us know. All right. We ain't got this disclosure out the way, man. Hey, let's get it cracking. What you got?
Wow, boy. Hey. Bro, give me that drum roll, man. Flat out. Listen, this boy hails out the Show Me State. The 5'9" phenom, former St. Louis All-American Athlete of the Week, referee, mentor, producer, business owner, and you can now add published Amazon selling author to that list. Starting at guard, number 12. Yeah. KO.
What's up,
What's
my
going
dudes?
on? Hey, listen, shout out to your mom, man. Miss Hill. I ain't gonna say the full name because she might not want to be out blasted. Miss Hill,
Straight up.
owner of Too Much Sauce STL. We're located 5247 Delmar. Am I right? 63108.
Yes, sir.
Listen,
63108. Yes, sir.
we gonna have to get mom to tap in one day, man, for real, and just let us know how she kept her foot on the gas without keeping it on your neck. And they'll understand why I say that once we get a little bit further.
The other word.
That too.
Nah, for sure.
That too. Man. So how you feeling, man? Welcome to the show.
I appreciate that. I just want to say thank you and shout out to everybody that's tapped in. I appreciate it. I know it's some real special ones out there tapped in, so I appreciate that for real.
Absolutely.
But I'm blessed, man. I can't complain. Truly blessed, man. Like it's been blessings. Even before I just did this, I just got done speaking to one of the top high schools in St. Louis, Vashon High School basketball team, and I'm actually going back tomorrow to speak to them. So every day has just been crazy. It's just been getting out there to the youth. So I can't even express it.
Bet. So listen, before we talk about the now and everything that you're doing that's successful now, I want to rewind time a little bit. Let's say like 2008. What's a typical day for you looking like? And I mean, like, how early you up? What did that journey look like? I want to know what that typical day 2008 you was looking like.
Man. I was up early, man. I was really up. Me and my brother and my auntie, she's something like a sister. She in the book too. But we was up early for sure before like most adults, parents, teachers, any adult for real. I was up early at like 5 for sure, no later than 6. Just getting up, and that was just to get ready, get in the shower, got to eat, you got to pack your book bag, lunch, just to get ready to go out to school.
And you know you waking up early because if you getting up like that for school, moms is not sending you outside without a hot home cooked breakfast. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Man. So I just want to kind of paint that picture a little bit, just what things looked like growing up. Because I'm trying to get a real good idea, like the things that you seen day to day, your environment, like how did this really shape you to become focused and help you to kind of stay on track?
Man, that's a great question, man. If you didn't know, well, now you're gonna know, and once you read the book, you're gonna know. I'm from the west side of St. Louis, McMillan to be exact. The environment was crazy, really product of my environment for sure. Real poverty, and St. Louis slang, like real trenches for real, like gunshots, high speed chases, all that, like day to day without a choice. And I was just focused. Shout out to my mom, shout out to my pops, just the structure in the house in the middle of all this going on. She really had no clue, or my old dude definitely ain't had no clue, like what we was really doing outside, me and my brothers and my friends, or just the neighborhood. We in the projects or the trenches or whatever you want to call it, public housing, trying to figure it out. You feel what I'm saying? But it was bad, but shout out to my mom. We really made it out for real.
Yeah. Was it something that you was really trying to go down that path, or was it like, hey, this is just the time it's on? Like I see them doing it. I mean, we kicking it, we cool. So what was your mindset when you outside in them streets, man? And life is just life, and like we know what them streets will do.
No, for sure. Another great question. But Man, I always, if you really know me, I'm very observant, like very extremely. I'm always watching. I can never get too comfortable. I don't care where I'm at. I'm always my eyes to the door, eye to everything. And if you know me, you know that. But like, I really always hung out with older people, like my real deal day one friend, like neighborhood friends. They older than me, so like I always had a little bit more wisdom than my day to day partners or day to day friends or you know what I'm saying, people at school, like I always saw what they did, the mistakes that they made, you feel what I'm saying? Or just listening to them do certain things. I knew I wasn't finna do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, that
Yeah.
ain't number one, that ain't me. And you know what I'm saying? I seen child fail or struggle or get locked up. So I knew I ain't want to go that route.
So how you kind of have that balance between I know I don't and I'm asking this because I know what it's like to almost have one foot in, you know, you doing just enough, I guess, to run with certain people, but you know what not to do because you know the consequences. So how did you find yourself playing double dutch with the streets like that at a young age?
Man, really it'd be by default. Like me personally, I ain't never go too wrong. Yeah, I probably did my hands on some stuff, you feel me? But like I ain't never go too wrong with nothing. Mind you, like I just said, like I watched them do different stuff. So I knew that I didn't want to do that by no means. You feel what I'm saying? So really my just observing, seeing them do stuff or just seeing stuff happen in the hood without me even really know what's going on. But I'm gonna learn quick just by, you know what I'm saying, always watching and paying attention. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. Bro, I don't wanna just steal all the talking, man, because I look, me and this man do this all the time.
Oh, for sure.
I've been fortunate enough to it's been about 2 years now since we met, and I won't say the organization, but my day-to-day job. This is what I do. I advise businesses. Him being the business owner, it was just two ships passing in the night.
Yeah.
Kind of told me some plans, gave him some info, iron sharpening iron. That didn't work. We jumped back into it. And it just was a progression. And he actually became like a success story that I was extremely proud of and felt like, even though I ain't had nothing to do with it, I felt like I had just a little, a little glimpse. And that was such a real good feeling, man. So we kind of jumped off talking about so much, and the main thing before in the next few minutes we really gonna dig into this book. But again, bro, my apologies. What you got going on, man? What questions you want to take over just before you know how I do it?
Yeah, let me mute your mic real quick. So, so let me say this. It's a pleasure to finally meet you. You know, bro has been really excited, you know what I'm saying, talking about you. I used to be where he is. I was a manager there and then went on
Okay.
to other endeavors. And so it's very seldom that we meet someone from our own ethnic background that will listen to the advice of one of us of the same ethnic background that's in a position, put that information to use and bear fruit. So with him saying that you was one of his success stories, that meant a lot because sometimes in that position as a banker or as a manager or a small business consultant, when you in one of those type of corporations, our kind is already kind of, iffy about going there. And to
For
see one
sure.
of us
Cool.
there, it's like, okay, he either go fall on one of the two sides of the fence, and y'all already know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, true.
So for you to take the information, you know what I'm saying, and to blossom, man, he's been amped about 3 weeks, if not more. I've heard about you before, but these last 3 weeks, man, he's just telling me like, yo, I told him to do this, he did this. So as a young person, you know what I'm saying, coming up off the block, because I grew up Delmar and Hamilton, St. Louis in the 90s, you know what I'm saying? And
No, for sure. Real West
what
Side.
what was that? Yeah, what was but you that I understand that I'm not a kid no more, but I've made adult decisions.
For
What was
sure.
that light bulb that made you switch gears in life?
Man, that's a good question. That's a good question. I say what's crazy. I ain't gonna lie, I was a little bad growing up. I ain't gonna lie, I was a little bad in school. I was never dumb though, very intelligent, street smart and book smart, but I was bad. I was really bad, like for real, real bad. So like I say like 8th grade, I don't know what it was. That summer, 8th grade, reality hit me. And it's part of the book, and I don't even want to speak about it because you got to read the book to kind of know what I'm talking about. But when you get to this part, you're going to kind of hear it right now for the first time. Like 8th grade summer, I was locked in every day, like with basketball. Like nothing else mattered to me, basketball. 8th grade year, I was practicing with varsity, basketball, high school varsity some days. No cap. Shout out to my pops, real deal. Like really was practicing with varsity. So I knew like I can really make it out the hood if I lock in on this basketball. I was already that around the city on the west side at Beckett Park. Like I was stamped in the neighborhood. Me and my brother, like we was stamped. Like OGs, real bosses looking after us, like real deal. Like couldn't get touched in the neighborhood.
Hey, Von, what I heard was, man, had you at H.O. Green Beans and got a little taller, man, you could have went somewhere.
Nah, for real.
I heard that 5'9" held you back a little bit.
Nah, for real.
You could have been something, man. You could have been something, man. But the crazy part is, I honestly think, man, one, don't nothing happen by circumstance.
For sure.
But just think of how much more you're going to impact by not handling, the ball and handling the book.
For sure.
Man, we keep talking about this book. I'm ready to talk about the book. Bro, you ready to talk about the book?
Let's get it.
I'm ready to talk. Listen, I want to jump into this thing. I feel like we've held off long enough, but I know there's so many.
You know what?
Yo.
I'll take that back. Let's take a quick breather.
Yeah, 8:16, hit that break.
Pay a bill, and then we finna jump head first off into this thing.
Ding.
All right, let's get it.
Different grind. I am just on a different time. I got godly ambition. I got godly ambition. All prayer, all grace, no love, no wishes. I got godly ambition. Yeah. When you grind for the Lord, you ain't got time to waste. I got time today. I got time to pray. I got time to talk. I'ma walk the walk. Never perfect though, know it's worth it though. I'ma keep it 100, that's real talk, no frontin'. Might let it blow like a trumpet, got spoiled for who want it. Unconcealed, I ain't worried about a pill. Independent, nope, I ain't looking for no major deal. Cause I pull up with ambition, even if the top be missing. No, that don't change my vision. Still on that great commission, still trusting God's provision. Still preaching He is risen, still committed to what was written. No care about opinions, I know where I'm living. This the different grind. I am just on a different time. Yeah, this that different grind. I am just on a different time. I got godly ambition. I got godly ambition. All prayer, all grace, no love, no wishes. I got godly ambition. See, I used to be all about mine. Nothing but money was on my mind. I ain't even care about wasting time. Moving in slow-mo, almost 9. How do you think I got this vibe? I was on the brink of losing my mind. I was gonna sink without no line. In too deep, couldn't see no line. But God ripped me in, told me I was his. It was like hit and rewind. He was like, I'ma rewrite. Everything wrong be right. How do you think I got this grind? Christ renewed my mind. Price went up like price, so yesterday ain't today's Friday. We go hard like Vegas night, cause we just trying to stay alive. Even after the day we die, we wanna be in paradise. Never know when it's time to go. Got the light, so we let it glow. Living on mission, a Christian, I play my position. Don't see opposition, cause I got godly ambition. I got godly ambition. All prayer, all grace, no love, no wishes. I got godly ambition. Yeah. I got God.
Yeah. All right, man. We back with more Life Be Life podcast. Hey, check it out. So, of course, we're here for the people. So, if you have music, check it out, though. It has to be original. It has to be clean because we appeal to all ages. So, send it in. Life Be Life and Podcasts at gmail.com. www.mayonnaiseblunt.com. Oh, you may say, I didn't get that. Check the bottom of the screen. How you can reach us, our Instagram, our email, all of that. Bottom of the screen.
Website
All right.
popping
Yes.
www.lifebeatlifeandpodcast.com.
Let's get it.
Look, welcome back. I want to jump right into this book. Don't KO.
Sir.
I see some books in the background. I see them in the background. Look, straight up, man. Let's just go there. What's your vision for this book? And what impact are you looking to see?
My vision for the book is for every human in the world to touch this book. That's really what I want, no matter the age group, where you're from, race, color, to physically get a physical copy of the book. And it's really for the youth, for the kids in poverty, personally, because that's why I did it. It's my story. So, like, that's where I came from. So I know it hit harder, especially in my city, St. Louis, North Side, West Side. I don't care where they came from. I know it hit harder because I walked these same streets.
Yeah. So you feel like this is definitely something that's going to appeal not just to like inner city youth, you know what I'm saying? Because I know it's on Amazon. So Amazon, that's global.
For sure.
And I've even heard and I've seen between these billboards in St. Louis, some of your fan base ain't not like us. so you tapping into an area, man, that is not what we grew up looking like. Like, so when I'm saying like, what do you want this book to do? Like, boom, it hits Buddy hands in the suburbs and his kid, Little Buddy. We'll call him Little Buddy for now. What you want this book to do for Little Buddy in the suburbs, man? Like, how is it gonna touch folks?
It's gonna touch folks because you're gonna review me different. You're gonna come back to the drawing board. So whatever perspective you had, if you didn't know me or didn't understand me, after reading the book, you're gonna get a whole different perspective. I probably wasn't that kid that you thought in your head.
True story. I love it.
True story.
And I know we got a whole lot of people, man. That's YouTube. We seeing comments. I know we getting some comments posted. Bros handling that. People following us on Facebook. The whole shebang. Listen, we talking about those billboards. If anybody has seen this man's billboard, please put a comment. I want to show him that he's being seen. You getting covered, you know what I'm saying, by the news. And you even starting to speak at schools and looking to get into public libraries. What is that like? How do you get into a school library? And we wasn't even trying to be in there ourselves when we had to be.
Nah, for sure. The school library was crazy. Really, like, this would be like now since I dropped the book out, I ain't never really used my resources that I done built up like off the muscle, me just being me. I ain't never paid no man for nothing. It's just genuine respect. I'm built on that first. Let's build realness, loyalty, build that first, and then we could talk about business. So I ain't never really used my resources. So now it's just coming, like I said, off the muscle, just genuine. Like how I first got in the first school, it's a boy, my boy, shout out to him, Nusso. I went to college with him. He worked at the school off the muscle. He'd like give me a day or two, you'll be in the school. I woke up the next morning, I'm headed to Gateway Middle. So shout out to him. But like just being who I am, me and his relationship, he respect me, admire me, vice versa. Like it's a hand helping hand, and it come even stronger because it's a brother helping a brother. So it hit a little different, you know?
Yeah, for sure. So just as a good point right here, man, tell everybody how they can find this book. I know you had the book signing November 9th.
Correct. The book signing.
How can they find this book?
Oh yeah, the book signing. Like I said, it was November 9th. But like, if you know me, I'm a true hustler, so I'm selling a book every day on hands, and it's always on Amazon. So I'm signing a book every day. It ain't really every day is a book signing from here on out. We pushing the books like every day. It's never going it's forever out. It's passive income. It's forever there. So like we hustling every day the books. But it's on Amazon. You can always catch it at the restaurant. It's up there every day. So even if I'm not there, you can pull up down there to Too Much Sauce and grab a book for sure from there. Or so the people that really, really know me that's tapped in that hasn't got a book, like just call me or text me. Y'all know what's up. Like we definitely can link, hand to hand, sign that, take a picture, and all that for sure.
Let me ask this real quick. How much are the books?
The books are $25.
$25, bro.
Yes, sir.
Next week, the anniversary show, right?
Yes, sir.
Before we close out, you think we can commit to 2, get them personally autographed, give them away that day?
I mean, ain't nothing but a G thing.
Which,
That's what we're gonna do.
I
We'll
appreciate
get
that.
with you later about that.
I appreciate that.
We make it work. I mean, I definitely know there's plenty of people that need to cop this book. Again,
Thanks.
I don't want to give away too much about it because it's definitely something that everybody needs to tap into. But there is a part of this book, man, that I feel we need to cover more in depth. and we talked about this about 2 weeks back. But the purpose of what we're about to talk about is really to add that spotlight and to shine in on the subject that every parent needs to be very mindful of. And I believe I seen in the comments, moms had joined. So Miss Cher, I think I seen your moms jump in, KO. Miss Cher, if you there, give that thumbs up or something like that. All right. But I want to jump into this chapter of this book, man, that you deemed Brentwood. And so for anybody in our advertisements, he played ball at Brentwood. He's got some records up there. And, he at one point in time, man, my man was ranked 165th in the state ranking. He's doing this thorough. You know what I mean? Like he got them green beans and could have got at least 6 feet. No. You know what I'm saying? He could have been with Bronny. You know what I mean? So, well, maybe not because they say his daddy got him in. I ain't hating because I think he was gonna make it because
it's supposed to happen. Look at the last name. It's a business.
Look at Giannis, brother. Yeah. So y'all stop saying Bronny trash and Giannis taking up a whole spot with his brother. Anyway, this chapter called Brentwood, man. Talk about that. What is the significance of that point in your life that caused you to dedicate a chapter of a book? So this book is basically your life, if I'm understanding everything correctly. So this is a significant chunk impacting your life to where you said, out of my life, this consumed this much, so I got to give it a chapter. Break that down, man. Let's talk.
All right, look. All right, so if you don't know, or for the ones that do know, I went to Brentwood all my life from kindergarten up until my junior year. So literally from the west side, I was in a DCED program. I had to get up at 5, 6 and catch the bus out to Brentwood every day all my life. Literally same, almost bus driver, same route, everything. So slept on the bus, slept in class, all that. But anyway, so I was in the Brentwood school district. It was a couple of us, there was a couple of us out there, if you know what I mean. It wasn't many, but we was together. We was rocking and rolling every day. You know what I'm saying? Like literally every day, best friends, looked at each other like sisters and brothers. It played a part. Shout out to the education out there. Like it was definitely different. It was hard, but I got through it. It made me better, made me smarter. All that challenged me every day, literally.
So, but not to cut you off, I want to slow that part down so the listeners, our lifers, can really catch that. He's part of the DSEG program, and for those who don't know, for those that are in areas that might not have that, this is where you get in bus from one area that they consider to be less than into a better than area where the education is there. And so when he's saying there's a few of us, what he's saying is now we are at a school that is dominant in non-minorities.
For sure.
All right. So I wanted to just drive this point because you saying I'm sleeping on the bus sometimes. I'm up dumb early getting ready. You know what I'm saying? Mom got to wake up even early because she got to put a hot meal on you because you're going to be hours before you eat again with lunch. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to paint that picture just a little bit tougher. And I apologize for cutting you off. Pick that back up for me.
No, but that's real though. Everything he said, word for word, true story, like real life. This since kindergarten. So mind you, I've been mature or whatever. By default, I had no choice. And mom wasn't really driving us out to no school. We knew not to miss the bus. Anybody out of the household, you feel me? Like that was a no-go.
Yeah.
Like straight up. Like, yeah, was it some days for sure. But for the most part, attendance was gravy, like for sure. But yeah, so the education was strong. Like I said, I mentioned it earlier before we took the break or whatever. 8th grade, later in my 8th grade year, my pops talked to the athletic director at the time. He was a brother, and he also was a principal about me practicing like with varsity. I probably did it like 3-4 times, but I was an 8th grader practicing with varsity, like real life.
Mhm.
And he kind of blew it down to my old dude, like kind of, like what, like just blew it down. But like my pops felt like I could compete, or I was good enough to at least go out there and try. The worst thing you're gonna do is make a mistake, and we're gonna go
Very
back,
good.
go back down the way, and we're gonna figure it out for sure, like literally.
Yeah.
So I practiced with them like 8th grade year. So when I came in high school as a freshman, I was already popular. I was already that dude just off the strength. There's few of us, so we rocking and rolling. We called in everything, football, basketball, no matter what we did, track, we held it down for ours. If you know, like for real.
Yeah.
We came in there and got everybody out the way, and we took over for real. And shout out to my big brother, like real deal on the football field, like no faking. Like y'all know Ezekiel Elliott, like bro was right behind him. Like go check
Wow.
him out for real, like real life. And this out the mud. This no paid trainers. This no mama was rich. Like nah,
Yeah.
we in the middle of the hood, and we was dogs. We to this day for no man, none of that. Like straight up, like literally. So like big bro was like that. Shout out to big bro. But yeah, so back to Brentwood. Like shout out to my boy Will. He on here somewhere too. He was called in basketball too. His big brother Andrew was called in basketball. Moral of the story is we had hoopers out in Brentwood, but people just thought we went to Brentwood or they from Brentwood or wherever it was. You feel what I'm saying? So like
Yeah.
that wasn't the case though. He was really from the city, like you just said, getting DSEG'd out there and still competing and holding our own. But yeah, anyway, like I said, I went down at Brentwood for sure. One of the best point guards to ever come through there for sure. Top 5 in assists. And I hated that I ain't end up graduating now to play with my boy, my brother Will. I hated that we was in the same class, but I ended up leaving Brentwood my senior year. I ain't even
U
graduated
City.
from. Yeah, I went to U
Yeah.
City. So I ended up
Yeah.
graduating from U City. It's so crazy. I get to U City, mind you, coming out of Brentwood, I'm real life waking up in the morning. I'm in a newspaper. Like I really was one of the top point guards in the area, like metropolitan area. Like no cap, averaging like 10 assists as a freshman, like real life. First game of the season, like I think I averaged like one for like the first 3 games, 30, 10, and like going crazy, like out the gate. Like, who is this kid out of Brentwood? I got the news here. Like, I'm a freshman. I'm like, this is crazy. Like, this is tough.
Wasn't getting any play.
I wasn't getting any. Yeah, like I would.
Yeah.
I ain't have
So before we jump to your senior year, man, I want to rewind just a little bit. Let's go back just a little bit in high school, because you started off kind of talking about it was somebody that looked like us who was supposed to be a mentor. They were a principal.
For
So
sure.
this is somebody that was a principal at the high school that was coming down to you as the lower level, because you initially were saying like 8th grade year, everything is kicking off. So that's junior high. So
Right.
am I correct in assuming that this is a principal coming from the high school down?
Correct.
Okay. So homeboy's coming there, and his whole goal when he's coming to visit y'all at the junior high level it should be to encourage, like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, just because you coming from this particular DSEG program don't mean, this got to be your future. Don't mean blah, blah, blah. If you do this and you can be this, like that should have been the vibe, right?
Right. For sure.
However, his message to you was what? Like, what are some of the things specifically that you remember being told as a junior high school kid, a young junior high school kid that was a part of all those things we talked about before, that's just trying not to get caught up in life?
For sure. And I'm finna go deep into that because I know that's what you really want. I got you for sure. But like, mind you,
Ain't
like,
that what DMX said? What they really want? Hey, we gonna give them what they really want.
No, for sure. But like, shout out to all the DSEG kids to this day, or if it's still around. Like, shout out to all the kids that was in DSEG, still in DSEG, all that. So, mind you, it's 3 different buses specifically at Brentwood, if I'm not mistaken. Bus 1, bus 2, bus 3, obviously. Like Northside bus, Westside bus, and like, certain buses for areas. So like before me, like people that's older than me, obviously, like upperclassmen, like a couple was from the North Side. We hung with them. I was cool with them. I knew a little bit of everybody from the Blue Myers to the Dub. Like, shout out to everybody, to the Ville, the Tracks, like all these hoods. Like, these kids went to Brentwood, so we knew people from different places. But they was older than me. A lot of them got kicked out though. A lot of them were bad kids, like city kids, all that. or hood kids or hoodlums, whatever you want to call them. Like that was the image for that. So like I kind of got kind of passed down forever, like backlash. So I had a lot of situations, like real life situations, like me, my mom, like superintendent, like principal in office, due to me doing some stuff I probably shouldn't have did for sure, make a mistake. I'm young though. So like I always, from this specific person that we talking about, kind of always, I don't know, looked at me. It was kind of different because he ain't really wasn't there for me. Like at least for sure, I thought he should certain situations. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, that's basically that. But even to this day, like when the book first dropped, like my whole plan, I'm like, man, I'm gonna go up to Brentwood. I've been out here all my life, get out the book. I'm like, man, I ain't even gotta go up there. It's 2024. I can just shoot an email to the teachers that's still there. Me being smart, I Google Brentwood, look up the teachers. Only like 2 or 3 that I remember that was still there. Cool. So I sent them the link, my name, just remind them, just Carvon Owens, alumni 2020. You know what I'm saying? Just coming correct. So they ain't even gotta play crazy. So 2 teachers hit back. Shout out to the math teacher, Mr. Schmidt. Shout out to him, real one. Hit back immediately. I lied. Pause. He hit back second. I don't even think that same day. Hit back like 3 days later. The principal hit back immediately. Like, awesome, congratulations. Like, this all in email. This all proof. Like, congratulations. Like, extremely proud of you. Call me ASAP. Mind you, in my head, I don't got this man number. Like, but cool. We gonna figure it out. Did my reaching out. Got his number. I call him. First day I call him. He like, man, I'm gonna call you back, man. I'm dealing with a guest speaker. I'm like, green light, cool. Ironically, I'm trying to come to Brentwood and fill in.
Guest speaker,
I'm trying to be the guest speaker, and it's gonna hit harder because I went like this is my school in my eyes, you know, like in my vision, we gonna do it in the gym where I spend hours, blood, sweat, tears on. Like I'm gonna bring the whole vision of life. Like you feel me? Like that was my whole plan. You feel me? So so like he ain't even called me back that day. Cool, I gave him like 2-3 days. I called him, he answered like 6 p.m. on the afternoon. I don't remember the date, but we rapping. So he flow me down like, how much is the book? I'm like 25. Like, man, don't tax me. It's 25. Mind you, I got plenty of people right now that's in poverty probably giving me their last $25. Real life for a book. It hit home. You feel me? I'm really outside every day hustling the books. Like people I know that don't got money. I'm not even forcing it. It should be off the muscle. Like I don't even gotta speak. You're gonna show me love just because who I am and how much love I show. And if you know, you know, like real life. But like, so like act like I tried to tax him more. It's too much. Like, man, you a principal, $25? Me? Like, I wrote a book. Yeah, that kid wrote a book. Like, it's on Amazon right now. The first day it dropped, it was one of the top new sellers. Like, this all facts. You can go research it. So it's like he blew it down though. Like, got around it. We supposed to be rapping about the book. The only reason that we even reconnected is because of
about the book.
You feel me? So like this man get to talking about nothing that has nothing to do with me and still didn't buy the book. You hear me? Told me he gonna buy it and everything. Play crazy like he ain't know how to work Amazon or nothing.
Hey, did he at least let you in to speak? Like, was he like, yeah, you know, you went here, Blase Skip, you alum, like what?
None of that. Not on the phone for sure. Doing that little email, it wasn't even a sentence. It was probably 3 words. Awesome, congratulations, exclamation point. Call me. Like it wasn't nothing crazy. So like, you supposed to say that out the gate just on the strength, I guess, because it's an email, I guess. But like, you ain't even restate that on the phone or like, come up to the school ASAP. Like you should be pressing me to come to the school. You know, I'm a brother from all like that wrote a book. I don't know nobody around the way. Shout out to Big Sis. She definitely wrote a book. But other than that, a brother, a male, never wrote a book. I personally don't know ever, never heard of it from where I'm from. So it's like, this should be amazing in you. And I know it is. So it's like, I don't know if it just be like, dang, the young KO beat the eye or CP beat the eyes. Like he doing this thing. I don't know what it is, but like, how you the principal, you gonna open up so many gates for us, for my kids. You feel me? Like, are you not seeing that vision? Like, I'm younger than you. So like, look, like, I don't know. Like, I know
he, you kind of from that same stomping ground, man. Was you like a part of the DSEG program, bro? Like what was your school like? Because I know you went through it too.
So DSEG for me started like in 6th grade, man. We was going to Blow Middle. So from Delmar Hamilton, we was going all the way over to Blow Middle over in Loughborough. Okay. And so if you don't know what I just said, then you don't know where it's at. So imagine middle school getting up that early in the morning, catching the bus that's driving all the way through the city. Because back then, you know what I'm saying, the only way like to 55 and 44 was to go to Lafayette.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you had to drive all the way through the city, downtown, and hit Lafayette to get on the highway. So I feel it, man. My wife, she got bussed out to Melville. And I remember when D said first like kicked in, I just started high school. They was busting cats out to Melville, Pattonville, like all the Villes had cats from the Ville in it. You hear
No,
me?
for real life.
Like big facts and shout out, man, because one thing that you said that really hit home to me is sometimes some schools don't want to portray us in a positive light.
Yeah.
And it be some people that don't want to portray us in a positive light, because the thing is that unfortunately some people have their own agenda. They have their own thresholds and feel like that certain people from a certain background can only go yay high. When you bust that glass ceiling and you offering hope,
Yeah.
but they feel like, oh, this hope can cause some D and C kids to be A and B kids.
Yeah.
But we thriving off them D and C kids because we steady getting paid for them.
Yeah,
That's
finances.
another conversation for
Nah,
another
for
show.
real life though. Let's talk about
You
it.
feel
Real
what
life.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Real life.
So I just really, you know what I'm saying, wanted to admonish your courage, man, to continue to push on, to continue to beat the odds. So as we've talked about the book, this very moment, where are you headed?
What you talking about as far as dealing with the book?
Well, life, I mean, whatever you want to give, we ready to receive.
Oh no, we headed straight to the top. Everybody that's a part of this, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta say it. They saying it in the comments. I don't gotta talk. That's literally my memo. Like I don't gotta talk. The family, the crew, the support is gonna speak for me. That's how real I am. Just look at the comments. You feel me? It's real life. So like everybody that's in this, a part of this, we going to the top. I know for sure.
That's why I've been putting them up.
Nah,
Yes,
for
sir.
sure. For sure. I'm gonna die trying to try to put everybody on like the right way for sure. And I know like before I dropped this book, I had a plan. Like I real life had a plan. I told a couple of the bros and women that's in here, like, I'm about to drop a book on my life. I'm about to drop a book. Like they seen it. Once you read the book, you're gonna see it. But it's to the top. Like literally, we out of here. 2025, we all gas, no breaks. Every day we hustling the books, talking to the school, giving back, turkey drives, toy drives. I'm on all that. Literally, I'm on all that.
What do we need to do to get you into more schools, man? Like what
really just really, man, just word them out. Any resources you got, and that ain't even got to be just schools. It can be community center, rec centers. I don't care if it's in St. Charles, Wentzville, like Boys and Girls Club, mentorship, Black mentorships. It don't matter where is it, diversity. It don't matter where is it. I really don't care. As long as I can get to the youth and talk to the kids, I know for sure I can give them some inspiration and some hope to stay focused. Because like right now, social media like ruins society, in my opinion. You feel me? So like we got to get back to the basics. Like I got it in literature. Like they can't take this from us. You hear me? Like it's a blueprint. Just read it, start to finish. I promise you're gonna get some inspiration, motivation. Gonna wake up early, get to it. Like especially if you got kids, that should be your number one purpose. Like real life.
So y'all know, my education stopped at the 4th grade level. They say, you know what I'm saying. You keep saying the kids, and we talking about getting in schools and just any type of scenario, and it's real apparent. Education got to be a part of that, man. Speak life on your education, and I ask that because I really want to paint this picture, so people really understand who you are, because the title of your book, in that underline, that faded out. First off, the cover is dope. I don't know who did the artwork, but it's real dope.
Shout out to the home team. Everybody that's a part of the book, from the editing to the writing, they all from St. Louis. So like that's how real I am. I put everybody on. So the cover art is shout out to it for sure. I'll get y'all information. Real window. Tap in for sure.
Yeah, it's like what's your education level like, man? If somebody says, yeah, I would bring him, but is he qualified to speak at this level? Drop bars, man, and
no, for real. Man, we got 2 degrees, man. Real life, man. I did 6 years, literally strong, like no breaks, no dropout, no none of that. I did it start to finish. So that tell you everything about my character, determination, dedication, sleepless nights. Like I live by that. Me and my brother, real life, he on here
2
too. He can tell
degrees.
you my
2
beloved
degrees.
2 degrees. He'll tell you we got a little quote though, like real life. We got a quote that we stuck by, and I ain't gonna even say it, but like real life, like every day we gonna get up and get to it. We gonna figure it out. We gonna get mama out the situation. Like that really was our goal. So, but yeah, I got 2 degrees, man. I got my bachelor's. I got it from SEMO, Southeast Missouri State. I got that in corporate communication. Corporate communications. I had like 5 minors, like entrepreneur, sports management. Anyway, I had like 5 minors. Anyway, marketing was one of them for sure. And then I got my master's from Central Arkansas down at Conway, Arkansas. It was I got that in sports management.
So you telling me, and bro, I don't know if that's amazing to you. Like I don't have no degrees, man. The only degrees I get is whatever that weather talking about. So somebody to have that. You got the masters, man. Run that back, because again, I'm trying to drop something home. You telling me from
I did it from 2014 to 2020. No breaks, no none of that. The only breaks I got was school breaks. So coming home.
So you saying it's doable? It's
doable.
Hold on, man. You really want the world watching you right now. All these countries that we're blessed to be in. You trying to tell me that you trying to tell them, that you trying to tell us that you can be from the bricks, the gutter, circumstances crazy.
Nah, for real.
Bus pull up to let you out. You already, and bro talked about this in episodes of first season. Man, as soon as them bus doors opened up, Usain Bolt, he got to get up out of there. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, for sure.
The neighborhood that you at, man, you should have been in the middle of gang territory. So one side this, other side that.
Nah, for real life across the street, like for real. Yeah. You know, for real.
Now, as soon as the bus pulling up anyway. So you telling me you can go through all of that, waking up dumb early in the morning, falling asleep in class, because we ain't even, it's so much meat, man. We couldn't even break this Dutch down to where we ain't even talking about how teachers is calling you lazy or whatever the case, you falling asleep in class, not understanding that you've been up since the crack of dawn, just to get there to them. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention how people said, "Oh, you just a D-said kid. You ain't, they weren't even calling you names." The conversation we didn't
bus kid. Don't miss the bus. The main thing we remember is bus for sure. If anything, they're gonna put us on a bus for sure.
Yeah, if you miss that bus, there's no way to get where you need to get to. Right. Even from somebody, again, that's a mentor, that's a principal, that is telling you you're gonna be in jail or dead.
No, for real life.
And to further that situation, we got this saying, it be our own, bro. You know what I'm saying? It be our own sometimes. And this is a prime example. So here's somebody, again, should have been putting him on how to navigate through life, but instead it's chopping him down. And that's the part I'm trying to tell parents, man, be mindful of, because how many kids realistically tell their parents it's a teacher that's chopping my tree down? You know what I'm saying? Like, I never told my dad here in St. Louis that Miss Berry, old funky foot old toes hanging off the front of your sandals, dragging I ain't even say how she was on some more I wouldn't be nothing in life. You know what I'm saying? So how many kids is going through this? So when life get to life, and bro, and their situations around them start to really consume them, now you got people that's supposed to be in position to help them. Because as parents, we trying to get it out the mud. We working all the time, right? So we trying to get the bread, and we're expecting that the school system does exactly what they supposed to do when our kids is in their care, right? But in turn, they breaking them down. And so how many just gonna give up and be like, I am going to go ahead and do what these streets is telling me to come on and do. I am going to be exactly whatever principal download. What'd you say the principal name was? Principal download? Never mind. It don't even matter. Don't worry about it.
Shut up.
Principal download at Brentwood High School. We see you, boy. You ain't going to get information with your real name, but we still got you, my boy.
Nah, for sure. And it's to kind of touch bases back on what you just said, though. Like a lot of like growing up in like poverty and stuff, like especially from around my way, and I know a lot can relate to this. It wasn't real like father figures, you feel me? So like people
Yeah.
are icon, we turn. That's why we probably turn to the streets. Somebody might have railed you in, or you see such and such doing something, so you think that's cool to do, or you see, you feel me? So like it wasn't a
Yeah.
lot of structure and fatherhood. I'm blessed, I can say, in the middle of all this around us, I had both. Two parents that didn't play, and I knew that. Still made mistakes as every kid do, and did what I did. Still had to bump my head and figure it out. You know what I'm saying? With my own group of friends and stuff. But for the most part, like even my friends, like shout out to all the day one. Like I said, I can't name all of them, but everybody from around the way, they know what I'm talking about. Like I love y'all genuinely, appreciate y'all. Y'all molded me who I am, like real ones. As a young boy, y'all always kept me and my brother like locked in and focused. Like we really, in a sense, couldn't get touched. Like they have that much respect for us. Like in my hood, like. They really call me CP because I played like Chris Paul and look like him. Like this is what the people tell me. So like that was my name as a young boy. Like that's CP. Like he liked that. He going to the league. My brother too though. Football and basketball. I like that. They going to the league. Like we 10 behind them, no questions. Like they
Yeah.
outside, we outside. We at the park
Yeah.
all day. They at the park all day. We at the park all day. They at the church all day. We at the church. Like real deal members. Like,
Right.
for real. For real.
So do this for us, man, as we want to be respectful of everyone's time tonight. Give us some closeout thoughts on the night.
Say it one more time. I'm sorry.
Give us some closeout thoughts for the night.
You said some closeout thoughts relating to book or just in general?
In general.
In general.
Yeah.
Man, it's kind of in the book though. At the end of each chapter, I leave a tip. Like if for the ones that haven't read the book, read the book. So at the end of each chapter, it's a tip, motivation, whatever you want to call it, inspiration, just a little quote. So read it. Buy the book for sure, but read it. So like on the front of my book, it just say you define your own life. Don't let other people write your script. Like always be yourself. Always. Take constructive criticism, take all that in. I'm still learning this to this day. You can ask my mom and all my family. Like I still learn it. I'm a human, so you feel me? I learn every day, make mistakes every day. It's part of, but like always be yourself. Take constructive criticism, be coachable, all that, but always be yourself. Never let no money change you, no situation, your friends, no family, none of that. Be yourself. You know what's right, you know what's wrong. So be yourself. Never let nothing change.
Yeah.
Hey man, that's what's up. Let us do this, man, because those claps was well deserved, man. We indeed will be getting back with you soon. We about to close out, do our little soapbox, man. But hey, once again, you are on our Facebook feeds. Do not hesitate to put the links for your book, and we'll be getting in touch with you for our vow as well. All right.
All right, I
absolutely.
appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all.
I appreciate you too.
Love.
So, bro,
Yo.
I'll start, man, with the soapbox, and I'm gonna make it just clear and to the point.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Many times we get placed in situations and in circumstances that will make us react. Many times people say that we are a reactive type of people. But understand, if you start to plan, prior planning prevents piss poor performance. Plan ahead.
I
Because
like
if you start to plan ahead, then when one of those things go out of whack, you've already planned ahead.
Yeah.
So
like
here's the thing, man, that nobody can put you in a box unless you let them. I just really hate that for our people. Many times we hear from our parents, our friends, our family, our teachers, our friends, what we'll never amount to, what we'll never be. And daily, cats are defeating the odds. So my final thought this evening is, which one are you gonna be? Because at the end of the day, somebody gonna have something to say. Whether you on top of the mountain, living your best life, whether you in the valley trying to claw your way out, regardless, somebody's gonna talk about where you are or where they think you are. So me personally, if you go put your mouth on me, I may have some low times, but these high times I'm going to continue to celebrate. And that's me, bro.
Hey, and that's what it do, man. Shout out to our guest tonight, man. Again, man, I'm thankful to have been able to have been introduced to him, to have gotten to know him. You know, I've been fortunate enough to meet his mom, but just even hearing his story and the hours we spent talking, and I understand what type of parenting has to go into it when a child becomes successful. Even though we have bumps along the way, we get into a little, you know, this and that along the way. But it's that journey, and a lot of times even a crawl is better than be stagnant. One small step better than being stagnant. So my soapbox, man, is just gonna be mindful of your children. Sow into them. We do not know what the outside world is putting against us when it comes to our kids. The moment that they cross out of our threshold, bro, and they hit the real world, you talking about everybody potentially could be a threat. And so now you're faced with trying to raise your kids to be loving, caring people, the best version of them that they could be, all while not being, you know what I'm saying, boo-boo the fool and falling for anything. So keeping them out of harm's way. There's just a lot of different things. So watch your kids, sow into them, whatever you believe in, whatever God you believe, whatever it is, you know, pray over your children, pray over your household. We talk about every episode, man, the conversations with your kid and utilizing time wisely. This is why we need to sit down at the dinner table and eat as a family. And not no whack questions like, you know, you have a good day, and then they say yep, and it's just over. Like, why was it a good day? Like, was it a good day because y'all had Salisbury steak? Like, talk to me. Let's go just a little bit.
Right.
Deeper. You feel me? Like, let's get that Jodeci on, man. Come and talk to me. Sit down. Let's you know what I'm saying? Let's get some understanding. Because sometimes kids want to have conversations. There's things that might be going on and they don't know how to navigate it. Outside of that, man, always remember that love is the most important thing that we can do. Life is very precious. Life is a gift. Life is a vapor that can come and go in any heartbeat in any moment. So that being the case, we want to not disrespect that God that we believe in, the God that we serve, and we're not going to take anything for granted. So if there's anybody that needs to know that they loved, you make sure you give them that love. If it's somebody in position in your life that should be getting love, you make sure you hitting them that way too. Bro, it's that time. I love you.
Yeah.
Life,
I
love you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Once again, my mama, Juanita, the matriarch, OG, birthday is tomorrow. I don't know what she gonna do, but we gonna celebrate. And the last thing I got, man, shout out to heaven, man, for my siblings for the one time. And it really blew my mind that I laughed all day that the whole world was really calling my brother Michael. And ain't nobody calling by his government name. I was legit grown almost before I knew that boy's real name wasn't Tony, that was going by his middle name. Why y'all calling me Michael? Everybody call him Tony. Neither here nor there. Anyway, lifers, y'all know what it is. I'm D to the J. My bro gonna take us to the bridge, and we gonna run this thing back. Brody, tell them what it is, man. Let's wrap this thing.
So y'all know y'all can catch us here every Wednesday night, but next Wednesday, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, it's a closeout for season 4. Until the new year. Hey, y'all got to be present. It's gonna be some surprises on this joint. But you know what? Life gonna keep on lifing, and we're gonna be here to talk about it. I'm your host, Tony D.
And I'm your host, D to the J. Still in the building like I ain't never left. It's still a G thing, and we still gonna be here stretching out your mama and your auntie's mouths with all these jokes and laughters. Holla at us, bro. Drop that beat. Let go.
Hey, yo, stay on.
Life be like a podcast, we gon' talk about it, yeah, we get it poppin'. Every Wednesday, PM Central, we are the only options. Who they touch with their topics, even if it is toxic. Life be like a podcast, we gon' be in, let's talk about it. We gon' talk